Hi, I'm Sean.
And I'm Patrick.
Welcome back to Swazzle Puppet Studio.
In this episode, we're going to show you how to use contact cement to glue foam.
Let's get started.
So we have our petals cut out here. And the next thing we're going to do is glue all these pieces together. So hopefully they form a nice round ball. Now it's time to glue our foam pieces together. You'll notice there's a lot of noise. We're working by our open roll-up door. Anytime we glue or use solvents, we always work in an open, ventilated area. I'm also going to turn on this little fan here, and I'm going to turn on a large work fan over there just to keep everything going outside. This is the glue I'm going to use to attach the foam. It's an all-purpose cement. Please read all this information on the back. It'll tell you what's in it and how to protect yourself from it. I'm also going to wear gloves on my hands so I don't touch the glue, and I'm going to wear a respirator. Now, to learn what sort of filters you want to wear, read all the information here on the back, and then find filters that protect from those types of fumes. I'm going to put some gloves on and get to work. A note about gloves. One size fits all does not work for me. They're too large, and you need to have gloves that fit very well. So when we buy our gloves, we find if we buy them at makeup supply stores, they tend to have small and medium sizes, which work for me because I have smaller hands. You don't need a lot of glue when you glue foam. You want a nice thin layer. The best way to apply that is to take the glue and pour a little pool of it on a work surface, and take this foam applicator. You're gonna dab, 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 and then dab it on the surface of my foam. You don't want this to be too heavy, too gloppy, it gets too thick. And then what I'll do is I'll put a little layer on here, a little layer on here. You also want to wait a little bit for this to dry and that to dry. You're not gluing two wet pieces together, you're actually gluing two mostly dry pieces together. Being mindful of those registration marks. There's a tip to wearing a mask to make sure that it's fit correctly to your face. You put it on, like so. Buckle the back, like so. And then, take your two hands and put them here. And then while you do that, inhale. You should feel these get drawn in, like so. That's how you know that seal is created very nicely. Then you can test it by taking your other hand and put it here, on this area, and blow out. You shouldn't feel too much air coming out. That tells you that everything is working really well. So now let's put the pieces together. Make sure they're all oriented the same way. A little dot will give us a sense of what should be up and what should be down. And we're going to gently push them together without mashing them too much because you don't want the foam cells to collapse. Make sure those registration marks are lined up. Now for the final puppet, you're going to want to put these lines on the inside so they don't show. But for this purpose, we'll have them on the outside. I like to put half a ball together and then put the second half together and then stick them both together. You want to kind of massage those points together without pinching down either, otherwise that glue will create a weird little shape. now we have two halves of our ball. I'm gonna stick them together. There we have it, a nice little foam ball. We have our head that was foam carved, and we have our little round body part.
There you have it. Your foam sphere has been glued together. In our next episode, we'll show you how to customize those foam shapes so it looks more like Eric's body. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss a single step. Well, I think that